I want to get all the records order by industry, which means that the industry will have the values, correct, in a alphabetical order. Okay, there is something called the descending order. You know about the descending order and ascending order, correct? We can make that happen. If we want to see the records in a descending order, we can just specify descending. The keyword here is DESCE. Okay, for the ascending we will have the ASC. This is called the ascending order. So based on our need, we will specify in which way we want to see the records simply. Okay, this order by will not be the any of the field, any of this respective object field. It may be created date, it may be industry, it may be ID also, correct? Anything we can use it in the order by. So here what I did was, I want to see the latest record which is created in the system, correct? So latest record in the sense what, created date is descending order, so which means from starting to ending, so it will be decreasing more. So today it's a 5, so 5 4 3 2 1, correct? So it will be in that mode. If I want to see the oldest record which is created in the system in a top, then what I'll do, I'll make it as a ascending order, so that whatever is created very first time in the system, that will be appears in the top of my list, right? So you already seen that the Soql here also, right? In this query editor. So come on. If you see here, 20, 22, 12, 7, 1958, 17 seconds was created first record, correct? After that, the rest of the records will be created after 7th, 9th, 12th, 14th, 19th, 19th, correct? If I want to see the records in a latest record first, I'll make it as a descending order, so that your latest record will be appears on the top. Okay. If you want to see based on created date and industry, what you can do, you can make it two things here: order by created date, comma industry. Now what happens here? See here. So descending order. So it is taking both the things. First created date, next industry. Based on these things, it will make an order between these two things. But anyway, it will take the first. This is the first thing. Okay, and last thing is this. So here, based on this industry, it is taking the latest one in this one, because this is a descending order, right? From Z to A. Okay, and also here we are combining these two fields, the created date and this one. So based on these two things only, it will appears on this UI. Okay. In the same fashion, we have the group by also. As I said yesterday, group by in the sense, if I want to get all the account records based on my industry, is a simple thing, correct? Based on my industry, how many records are there? What are the account records which are associated to each and every industry? So I will use the group by. I can group by a records, any records with a specific field. For example, I want to see the employees who are under the training now. So in my timesheet object, what I can do, I can group by the project name, correct? The project name equals to training. So if I do that, whoever is entering the timesheet under the training, those people will be coming to picture, right? In a single record, I can get the count, how many people are there, right? In my organization, I can just get one people or two people or 100 people are entering the the training. So that's where we will use this group bys. Okay. And aggregations, I think you already saw it, right? Aggregations is some average, minimum, maximum count. I have already provided you all these things, right? So what is the sum of the annual revenue for a particular object with a some field? You can put your filter if you want, otherwise you can ignore the filter. But as I said, always try to use the limit. The limit is very, very important thing, because we have the Salesforce limits. We should be within those limits. Okay. So the next topic is inner circle. What is mean by inner circle? The name itself we say inner, right? So which means we have this is a one circle. Let's take this example. Okay, simple example. This is one account object. In this account object, we are fetching all the records. Okay. Now let's assume that I am fetching it from the okay account. Now I want to fetch all my contacts associated to these account, each and every account. How can I do? So to fetch these things again, I can write a inner circle in it, so that my account related child objects can be retrieved using the inner circle. Okay, the child object records can be retrieved using inner circle. Okay, there are limits also, so you can't do a much things. I mean, you can't use many inner circle. You can use only the few limits of I think maximum is 10 or 5. I didn't believe, but we have maximum inner circle limits. Okay, and also uh, always needs to use the child relationship name in the circle, which means that, let's say, if I say account is a parent, correct? Account is parent, contact is child. So now if I want to fetch account record and contact record in a one SQL, how can I do that? So by using the inner circle, I will query the parent record. For one parent record, you will have a multiple child. Am I correct? One parent will have a multiple child. So that is called the relationships. So here the parent is an account. On parent account, on parent circle, I can use the inner circle with the child object. Here the child object is contact. I can't directly go and use the contact object API name in the inner circle. That's why I mentioned we have to use a relationship name. So what is the relationship name and how we can use? So let's see here. Okay. What I'm trying to say here is, on a contact object, we have a lookup to account, correct? On contact object, we have a lookup to account. This is the account ID. If you just click on this, there is something called the child relationship name. For every lookup or master detail relationship, you will get the child relationship name. You might already seen it, but you might ignore that. Okay, so always you have to use this. If it is a standard, you have to copy paste this one. Okay, contacts, and you have to use that in your inner circle. How do you write the inner circle? In the same fashion, you have to put the comma, open a bracket. Again, same thing. Select ID comma, last name comma, email from contacts. We have to use the child relationship object name inside the loop. Sorry, inside the inner circle. So I'm putting here where class. I don't want to get all the records. Okay, I just wanted to see only the active one. If I execute this, see here, you get the all the related contacts under it. Okay, you might see only one, you might see a lot of things here. So here there are one, two or more records are exist. Okay, see here, one, two records are exist. In this one also two contacts are exist. So you can query the for this account these contacts exist, for this account these one contacts are exist, correct? So in a single socket you are fetching the account and contacts in a single SQL. Understood, guys? We can take one more example. Okay, we have created the timesheet, correct? And the timesheet is appointment track timesheet or what? Which one we used? Track, right? This is my organization, so it won't be. Let me here in the timesheet what we have, the the parent is employee underscore C is the parent, correct? And the child is timesheet is the child. So now I want to fetch for each and every employee how many timesheets are available. Okay, in a single socket. So how I can do? Simply I will write a one socket on first, comma, name from employee. Okay. So in this one, I will have the inner circle as I said, right? Open the brackets, select ID, comma, whatever the fields we have on this time to on the timesheet tracker, we can get it from. So here, what we have to use here, we should not use this, right? We should not use the timesheet or this object name. Here, what we have to use is we have to use the child relationship name. So to identify the child relationship name, again, we have the track the timesheet here. This is not the field API name which we are going to use in the socket and the inner socket. Okay, so we have something called where we have a lookup to master detail relationship to the employee. So here, right, in this one you will have the child relationships. You see this one? Okay, you have to copy this and paste it over here. But remember that only standard objects will be used like this, but the custom objects, any of the custom object, what we have to do is underscore underscore R. R means relationship. C means custom object. So here we are doing a relationship socket, so we need to use the R. Okay, underscore underscore R. This will be used only for the custom objects. Okay. Here for the standard objects, you no need to append any of the underscores because that's a standard object. And the standard relationship will also be come into same picture. Okay. If that is a standard field. If you create your own field, which is a custom field, then you have to change this relationship name. Okay. Understood, guys? So here what we have to do is we have to use the underscore underscore R. Okay. Now let's execute this. So if I execute this one, only Divanshu has the timesheets, correct? He has a lot of timesheets. See here, right? So the training user doesn't have any of the trainings. So this is where you can get your child records also in a from a parent record. For this employee, this is my timesheets. As a programmatically, I'm talking about. Okay, programmatically. If you see here, you can simply go to your employee. Under this employee, you can just click on your employee, and then in the related list, you can see these things. Am I correct? But sometimes you have to get these things in the development, correct? How do you do these things in an effective way is called by using these inner circles. Okay, understand guys about the inner circle? In this inner circle also, again, you can put where conditions. Okay, the filter conditions also you can put. If you want to put the any of the inner circle, I mean any of the conditions, you can put your filters in the inner circle also. Okay, uh that, give me a second, my tree is low. Yeah. So understood guys up to this? Okay, cool. So now the next topic is SOSL. What is mean by SOSL? Search. Search language, right? It's a search language. So here, yeah, sorry. Uh, repeat again, please. Okay. Yeah, that's a good question. Parent with child records. We will use the inner circle, correct? But now what you are asking is child to parent, right? So you no need to use any of the circle extra. Okay, I'll tell you why. So now you are querying on, let's assume that you are querying from the related object, which is the child object. Let's say contact, right? Contact is a child. For this contact, you have the parent of account. How we will get the account fields here? So here you no need to write any of the circle, inner circle, because the child will have only one parent. So which means always one record will have the one parent, right? So in that case, you no need to write any of the inner circle, because it will be aligned in the same single record format only. Okay. So here, how we can do is we can use this account dot name. Okay. If you use the account as a object name of the parent, you can directly use this account dot name. Whatever the fields you want to get it from the account, you can get it from the account like this. So now, since only one record, the child record will have only one parent, one record will be aligned into the same record. Am I correct? But here, what we are doing is one parent record with multiple childrens, right? So if you deal with it in the Soql, I shown you again, right? This is only one record here, but you are displaying here how many records? Many records, right? In a single row, we can't deal with the multiple records like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It should be a inner Soql. The Soql again will get any number of records, correct? To fetch any number of records, we will use the Soql for a particular object. So that's the reason we need a inner Soql for the relationship field. But here, what you are doing here is for the child to parent, you no need to use any of the inner Soql. You can directly use the parent object dot the field whichever you want to use. Okay, this is the simple example here. In this example, if you just do a Soql, you get the 31 contacts. For this contact ID, this is the account name. This is the account industry. Am I correct? This is only one record. Correct. It doesn't have any of the list because it is one children will have only one parent. That's the reason we no need to use the inner Soql. We can directly use the parent object name dot the fields which you want to retrieve into the child object. Here the contact is child, account is parent. So now we are retrieving the parent fields directly into the, the contact object. Correct? In the same fashion, we can take one more example here. So let's say you are getting a timesheet. So here I should not use the timesheet tracker, right? I mean, I have to use the object name. Come on. Okay. This is the object name, correct? I have to use this object name. Okay. Here the employee is what? So in this one, I don't want to confuse here with the plugins. Object timesheet. In this timesheet, you have a fields, right? The parent ID. So here, this is your parent field. So if you want to get the employee record, what you have to do is this is the relationship. That's what I said. Always you have to use the relationship dot name, right? Since this is the standard object, it doesn't require any of underscore underscore c or underscore r. If you are using the relationships in anywhere, inner Soql or outside of the Soql also, use the R relationship. The timesheet is a parent, and for this parent relationship, we are fetching the account name. Sorry, the name of the employee, right? In the same fashion, if I want to get more and more, what I can do is I can go ahead and then fetch my all the fields which are exist in the employee. Okay. So now I have only one. Mhm. Okay. So here, parent to child. Parent is one and the child is a multiple, right? That's the reason we will go with the inner Soql, which means one parent record will have a multiple children's. That's why we need one more Soql. Okay, that is called the inner Soql. Now the child to parent is really doesn't require anything. what it required is you can directly use the parent object name dot the parent object name fields. Okay. Example here is and a contact. If I'm retrieving the contact, I want to get the respective contact ID fields also. If I want to fetch that, I can directly use the account is my field name in the contact object. Right? If you don't understand here, I'll show you here. In a contact, you have a fields. What is the account name? This is a account ID. Okay. Employee. Correct. When you are changing this, it will make you that again one more time. Okay. Here the child relationship also you can see here. I want to keep my child relationship as a employees. Related is also employees. I can change all these things. Okay. Okay. So now, okay, this is the employee. Correct. Employee field on timesheet object. So this is the parent. So now how I can get the parent related records is use this field employee here. Okay. So now to access this, now I want to get the employee related fields also. How can you get the employee related fields means you have to use r dot name. Understood guys? This is your field. Employee underscore is field. This will give you the ID. But if you want to get the name from this object, you have to use the relationship dot name so that it will fetch your employee name also. Okay, in the same fashion, if you want to get the date of birth, other fields, any other fields from the employee object you want to retrieve into this timesheet, you can fetch through the relationship field. So that is called the relationship field. Okay, email. Let's say I want to get the email. I can just put this employee underscore r dot email. When I use the dot, which means we are getting the fields from this object. Okay, you no need to write any of the inner Soql. You can directly use of your field parent field dot your parent field name. So here the parent object is employee. For this employee you want to fetch the name and email. You can fetch something like this from this timesheet object itself. Okay, when you run this, employee dot email, we didn't understand the relationship of name. Oh sorry, I put the dot. Should come. If you see here for this timesheet track record, I have this employee. When I put this underscore say, this will gives me the ID of that employee. If I want to fetch this name, I can fetch the name and I can fetch the email address from a timesheet object itself. Correct? This is called the child to parent. I can directly get the values. Okay. To do that, you have to always use the relationship field, not the relation. I mean, the underscore underscore r dot. By this, by using this underscore underscore r dot, any field name you can access from the parent. Okay, still in a confusions? Okay, so yeah. So Soql, SOSL, right? What is mean by SOSL? So as you said again, I mean, as you all know that we need to search language, right? So search language. So why it's really important in the SQL? The limitations are it will fetch the data from only one single object, right? If we want to fetch the data from a multiple objects without a relationship, you can't do that. Let's say if I want to fetch the from the multiple objects, I can fetch it only if it is a relationships, correct? But from only you can get it from the main object is only one object here, okay? But in a SOQL, you can search with a key in any field, any object. Understood, guys? So if I want to search demo, I can define that demo where I need to search the demo keyword. Whether I need to search across the organization or to only search on the a particular object or in a few objects, right? So to check those things, I will have the SOSL. So syntax is this will start with a find and the keyword in the the you have to get the field names, comma object names, right? This is how you can write your SOQL. So let's find out here. So field, what means is a keyword in type. The type is the fields returning. Okay. So if I want to return what are the fields I want to return, I can use the returning of object names with columns is again the field name, right? Field names. This is the syntax. So the easy example I have already shown you this on the yesterday itself. I want to search with the demo. If I search with the demo, it is searching in user, object, profile, permission, objects, fields, everywhere. You have still show more, right? It will be searching in across the globe. Am I correct? So now whatever we want to get, I can get it from the objects. So here I have a one demo object here. So we created the demo object. If I want to search with a particular name, Dave, right? So this will be used available in the user record. So this Dave was identifying in the user. So now it is searching in the across the organization, correct? If I don't want to do it, I want to specify some of the objects or the fields. So these are the returning fields. Okay. And what are the fields I can return, and then where I can search, that is called the SOSL. It is called the search builder. Find the demo in uh, name. Returning. This one. Turn. Where is the turn? Find in name. So we won't use this SYSL frequently. Is the that's the reason I'm not able to get the example. Okay, find in group and returning groups. Demo name fields returning conditional specific. So if we try to get what we have div, right? Div. So with the div, we have only one record in the employees with a search of this thing. Let me show you this. So I'm searching a div in the name in the employee object. So now if I want to search in a different objects also, if I want to search in timesheet tracker, account, contact also. If I want to search this particular keyword div in a only in the name fields, or if I want to use in last name fields, first name fields, email fields. Okay, in these objects, what I can get is I can just search for the div. Malfit search token. Where are you? So you will get this employee timesheet and contact object. So if you search with the div with these things, you have identify one record in each of these, right? So in a single time you can search a particular keyword in multiple objects. So that is where you are, sorry, div is your search keyword. Let's say if I search with demo, okay, demo is my keyword. So however I'm searching here, right, demo or div. If I search with demo, I see only one object here. If I search here with a demo, it will return me zero, because demo is not present in our employee object or timesheet object or account or contact object, correct? If I search with some text, it is also nothing, okay? Because whatever is present in our organization, we can search with it. So if I want to search with the shift, if we have any record, see here on a contact, we have one record exist, correct? I can get that record. So this particular keyword, I'm saying, right, particular keyword, find this keyword in this field in these objects. Okay. The simple example is in the real time, right? How we will use this thing is, let's say I have the name employee or I have a user. I have to find a user in this particular location. Let's say Delhi. Delhi is my country, sorry, state address, right? State fields in my this thing. Then what happens is, this fields, whatever the fields which we have here, right, I mean objects, it will go and search. Let's say I don't want to search in all these things. Address object, in my address object, I want to search a delay comma user present in a delay. I want to fetch all those list, in the sense I can just search with the delay, so that it will fetch all the people under this, I mean state of Delhi, which will gives me the result, correct? If I want to search a particular person where he is located, so let's say if I want to search the people who are located in UP, it's not only the address, it's address, user, employees, and everything, right? I can search in a multiple ways. So to search in a multiple objects with the multiple fields, you can use the SOSS. But SOSS we won't use that much frequently in a real time, at least. So in my experience, so I haven't used much things, but just have a high level picture about it. Okay. Understood, guys? So here you can use anything, any keyword. Okay. These are the field names. So which field name you are looking for? So if I want to use multiple field names here, there's something called okay. So I can reuse any of the keyword in any field, and the fields are detailing of any of the objects. So whichever the object we are really looking into, those objects we can specify here, and the fields and then the keyword, so that it will fetch the record. Okay. However, we need for this one in the same fashion. in contact. So we search in employee, we search in the timesheet, we search in account, but we found this in only in the contact object, right? Nothing more. If you do the same thing here, you have the two views. Okay. In this global search also, we have the which object you want to really search in the global search. Okay. Users and any particular people you need to search it. Let me go to this search. So here, right? If you are searching here, you will have these fields where you want to search account, contact, anything, or if you want to search all. You can do the search so that you will get people, you will get the contacts, you will get the links, right? So now what you are doing here, we are only on the contacts, accounts, employees, and other things. That's the reason it is not filtering any other things except the contact, right? So whatever you have looking in this global search and the same fashion, the SOS will work out in the back end. Okay. Understand, guys? So there is a lot of things here. So you want to explore what we have is I want to search either of these two keywords, right? In my particular thing, I can just use this one this example also. I want to search they are in the field and name of contact, account, and when the sources of so nothing was identified. Shift is this one. Contact. Fantastic symbol, right? If I put the asterisk symbol, it will search for after that also. Okay. This is the last time I'm returning, and this is a phone number I'm returning over here. If it is account, I'm returning the contact last name and the phone. If it is account, I'm returning the name and phone. If there is employee, I'm returning the name and email. If I want to search with the thing. So you can see this one contact and employee records. In this employee records, you can see these two fields. Okay. Whatever I want to return for the object for the fields, I can return. And also, what are the fields I want to search? I can search in a field. Okay. Understood, guys? Yeah. So let's see how you can execute your sockets from your. So now we are executing our sockets through this one, correct? The console. This is called the query executor. If I want to do it from my VS Code, what you have to do is you should have the plugin. So if you are not already done, just use the plugin called Soql editor. Okay. This this one. Okay, Salesforce query editor. So from this, if you have that one, what you can do is, let's say if I want to search with it, select this and just execute current the execute SQL query with the current selected text. By using always use the REST API. Okay, if you do that, you will get the result over here. So this is a so someone was asking me yesterday, right? So I mean, some days before, why we need this VS Code without logging into our this Salesforce, we can do a lot of things from the VS Code if we have the plugins. Okay. Here we have attempt to custom relationship field underscore C. So which one we selected here? Okay, this relationship is already changed, right? Sorry, complex underscore R. Now this is the timesheet. Come on. I think we changed some of the fields over that, so that's the reason it's not executing. Why it's not executing? See here, if I execute, you can directly see all this data here, right? ID, last name, and the account industry. But it may not be looks good for you. But if you want to search on a high level, you can search very. You can do your search and then you can get the records on the fly itself. Okay. There is one more thing called if you want to create your own query, you can do it here. So this is the object model. So here, whichever is object you are looking for. Let's say if I want to do query on this account, you can just click on this account. Okay, you no need to write all these things, such fields. I want to use the name. Okay, and I want to use the industry. I want to use annual revenue. Okay, so here these are the filters. So this is what I'm talking about. In the filters you can use and or. Okay, anything is fine. So let's say here I want to use my active equals to yes, right? So if I do this one, simply I can just do my navigations here and order by industry. The directions is descending order. Nulls first. Null first and null last is null, so something is that if we want to make always nulls at the last, you can make the nulls at last. Okay. And the limit, we can set the limit how many records you want to put. Let's say the 10 records. If you see this one, you without writing of any code, you can this builder will build your Soql. Okay, with a simple things, and you can run your Soql. When you run the Soql, you can see all these records over here, right? If you want to download using the CSV or the JSON, you can do that. So this is the easiest plugin. So just use this plugin, Salesforce Soql editor. This will give you more interactions and more inputs. Okay, better than these things. So now, if you want to do any execute anything, you want to manually do here, correct? But in this one, in the VS Code, you will have the plugins. The plugins will drive you all the things. Also, whenever you want to use these things, you can use. See, the Soql is already ready. you have already built. The same socket you can copy and use into your Apex codes. Understood, guys? So, are we good for that today, or we are good to move on to the next topics? Let me know, guys. So, if you want to move for the next topic, yeah. So, go to these things again: Soql, variables, and collections. Okay. There is something called, I'll show you one more thing. Okay. Anonymous. So, what you can do is, so here I have these notes, right? Okay. Where are you? Not this one. Development notes. Let's say this. So if I want to execute this one also, I can execute directly from in the anonymous folder. So you will have this anonymous. Execute anonymous suffix with the currently selected test. So if I do this one, what happens is it will directly do, and then my log will be created over here. Now we can check this entire thing, right? Compiled successfully, executed successfully, and this is what my state of the things, and my result you can see all the result over here. So if you have any of the result, you can see this result. Okay, so this is a one more thing which you guys to explore. So just explore all of all these things. And here, right, if you try to use any of the languages, then only you can get all this information. Let's say if I'm in the trigger, if I want to use the collections, right? So if I type the list, it will get the list. So what type of list I want to use? Let's say object name. Let's say employee is my object. So if my object query is getting everything over here, that will work out. If I don't want to use any of this object, I can directly use this and account. And the list name is, I can put account list of records. Always start with a small letter. Okay. So I don't want to go into deep things. So these are the users for your VS Code. Okay. You no need to write each and every lines. Okay. So if I want the if else conditions and everything, it will return for us. Okay. You can easily write the code fast that and very much faster than anything. Okay. It's not only with the your the I mean the VS Code is more user friendly. So that's the reason we use the VS Code. Okay. You guys can continue on your circles and then your list and all, right? So I have asked you to explore on this list also. So if I say I want to do something on this list, as soon as I just click on this one, the list dot, it will get me all the methods which are available to my list. Correct? See here, it will fetch all the lists. If I want to check, if I want to add any of the things, I can add. If I want to clear, I can clear. If I want to check any conditions, I can check the conditions. So if you try to use these things with the Apex language, you will get more more understanding of the methods also. You no need to go to the documentation. Okay, if you know this only the list and list dot, if you put, it will give you all the information. Okay, understood, guys? But I